specific talk on the issue of Citizenship Amendment Act. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, in an interview to national news agency ANI, has challenged the opposition to prove the narrative that they are spreading about CAA being anti-Muslim, about this being anti-interest of the country and being anti-constitutional as well. Let's break down what is it that the Home Minister said on the issue of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Point number one, he said that this act was required, it was necessary, because a lot of people who have been mentioned in the act, the 6 persecuted minorities from 3 countries, had nowhere else to go. They had come to India over the years, and the cutoff date is till 2014, and they have been living here seeking refuge. Many of them are people of Indian origin who had no other country to go back to since their country of birth was persecuting them, and therefore it was necessary for India to show its large-heartedness and make provisions for them. When Home Minister was asked about the attack by the opposition, namely Mamata Banerjee, Asaduddin Owaisi and Arvind Kejriwal, here is what he said. For Mamata Banerjee, he said that Mamata Banerjee's brand of politics, where she cannot differentiate between somebody who's seeking refuge and an infiltrator on an issue of national security, is not something that suits the Chief Minister of a state. He says this is not something which is positive towards the nation's interest. He also said a political statement that very soon Bharatiya Janata Party will be in power in West Bengal and it will ensure that infiltration is stopped. Just like in Assam, it has come almost to 0. Against Asaduddin Owaisi, he said, how is Asaduddin Owaisi calling this act anti-Muslim? Owaisi's argument had been that because this act only talks about non-Muslims, the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Parsis, the Christians, Buddhists and Jains, and leaves the Muslims aside, Ahmadiyas and Balochis, for example, are what is being cited, that in Pakistan, even though they are Muslims, they are being persecuted. So why can't they be accepted as Indian citizens if they so choose to do? What Home Minister Amit Shah says that under Section 6 of the Citizenship Act, through the process of nationalization, anybody can apply. But because these are Islamic states, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, therefore it is wrong to argue that somebody who is following Islam is being persecuted. The third point against Arvind Kejriwal, Home Minister said that Arvind Kejriwal बौखला गए हैं, अपना आपा खो बैठे हैं, is what he said in Hindi, essentially alluding that because of the kind of setback Aam Aadmi Party has suffered in the Liquorgate scam, where half the party's top leadership is behind bars, Arvind Kejriwal has become desperate, and that is why he's making statements like the one he made yesterday, where he said that will there not be a crunch on India's resources because of more people coming in and seeking citizenship. Then came the crucial question of NRC. When Home Minister was specifically asked if NRC would come next and should not some people in India worry if NRC is next on the agenda, he said, and his attention was also brought to his earlier statement where he had said famously, chronology समझिए, पहले CAA, फिर NPR, फिर NRC. So what the Home Minister said, a very nuanced statement this time around, he said right now what is on the table is just the Citizenship Amendment Act. There is nothing around NRC, and CAA is not about taking away anyone's right. It is only about giving rights, legal rights to those who are persecuted, who are seeking refuge from India, and it should be seen only in that light. Will the Home Minister's clear talk finally put to rest all kinds of speculation around NRC? Will the opposition leaders get convinced? Doesn't look like, but the Home Minister has said that CAA is fait accompli for India now. There's no rethink on it. There's no going back on this crucial law.